This is Jasmine Patel, and I am the host of From Me to We with Jasmine Patel.
Started with a dream and a microphone, one heart reaching out, never alone. Stories unfolding, voices collide, truth and kindness on the same side. Every me becomes a we when the soul speaks fearlessly. We rise together, hand in hand, building bridges across the land. From me to we, the world starts to see the light we share, the change we can be. With Jasmine Patel, our spirits ignite, turning every shadow into shining light. From me to we, oh, that's destiny. A voice for the world, a call to unity.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine Patel, and I welcome you back to the 39th episode From Me to We with Jasmine Patel. And we have yet another amazing guest joining us today. But first, I would like to tell you how I got connected with this guest, because it's nothing short of a very random miracle. So it all started, I think it was 2 days ago. It was just like scrolling on Facebook and, checking people's profiles out. You know what I do, right? So I was checking out Eram Mushtag Education Wali. I was checking out what she was doing, and I saw an interview that she did with this specific guest, and I was watching it, and I'm like, oh wow, what an amazing person! Now I got to connect with him. So I sent him a friend's request. Wasn't really expecting anything, and lo and behold, he actually accepts. And I'm like, whoa. That was a plot twist I didn't see coming. So then we started talking a little, and then I invited him to my show, and well, here we are. So here we go. Let me bring you the guest, and let's welcome none other than, wait a second, hold it, Omer Farooq. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Jasmine. Such a wonderful show of energy, and I can feel it here, though you are sitting back in there in Canada. But it's so wonderful to see you. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I'm fine.
Not a problem. So before we get started here, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, Jasmine, my name is Omer Farooq, and I am working as a content writer. My profession is writing content for a specific group, and we are into political arena as well, because this particular group has a political party, Istehkam-e-Pakistan Party. Whereas I have worked in a government sector in DGPR for 3 straight years as a media consultant. So before that, I had a experience associated with the radio industry for like 15 to 20 years. So this is what all I have to say about, and I have majors in economics and blah blah blah.
Whoa, amazing. Again, shout out to my friend Eram for making this connection happen. If it weren't for you, I would not be connected with him. So thank you very much. So on with the question. So first one. So tell me, what inspired you to start a career in media and broadcasting?
Thank you, Jasmine. Interesting question. Basically, I was working in an ad agency for a very short period of time, and media actually came to me as well. There used to came guys who asked me if I want to join a radio. So at that time, radio was a very popular media popping up in our city, in our country. So I said, why not? Yeah, because I always had a knack of reaching out to the people, telling my story, and listening to their stories. So that actually brought me to this media and broadcasting industry, because I thought radio is a great medium to reach to the maximum people, especially those who are traveling in cars or staying in hostels or something like that. Then there was this songs playing and all that, dedication of songs. That was such a wonderful time back then. We had these musical groups of all that, and then people used to dedicate songs to their loved ones, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers. So that actually brought me into this media because I always wanted to stay close with the people and their stories and all that thing. From that day onward, um, I was like worked for 25 years for this radio industry. So that was my starting. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Congratulations. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing. Also, for the two people that are watching right now, please leave comments, ask questions, engage. You're here
Yeah.
for a reason. Please
Mhm.
let me know that you're here. Thank you very much. So, on to your next question. So,
Mhm.
can you share one of your favorite memories from working at Mast FM 103 or FM 100?
Yeah, there are lots of memories because I worked a lot in those times. A few of the things which vivid things which I remember right now. One of them was remember we are talking about the age back in 90s or 2000s when WhatsApp was not invented, and internet was not so popular, cable was not there, and mobile phone was not there. So
Mm-hmm.
during those one of the days, there was Eid celebration in our part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this technology on radio that we thought we should share one side of people's views to the other side of the people. For example, right now, like I am sitting in Pakistan and as you are in Canada, so we thought to do this on radio at that time because at that time there was no net, no WhatsApp, so it was very hard for people to talk to their relatives on phone. Calls were expensive and all that. So we thought we should design a program that people in Pakistan should connect people living in Canada or in America, so they talk directly on the radio and that is heard all across Pakistan. So when I saw the emotions of the people at that time, trust me, it was such a wonderful timings and things to do. I still remember and recall how wonderful is that to see people happy. And another occasion, which though had a sad story, we had this flood in Pakistan back in 2007 and 8. So we did many programs on radio, and then we did programs on related when we had COVID and smog phenomena. So there are so many things I did for humanity, to say the least, for the welfare of the people during the radio industry that I still love to recall and share. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to share it with the people. Yeah, thank you.
Not a problem, not a problem. So tell me, Amanda, what's the most important lesson you've learned in the leadership roles that you're in?
Yeah, it's a $1 million question basically because
Yes.
yeah, because at one hand you are a worker and on the other hand there are some people who trust you, who love to accompany you, who love to work with you. So at some point in time you are a leader as well. So what I have learned in a leadership position, that a good leader should actually first listen, then try to understand what the people are saying about themselves, because they are the same people who are working for you. So they are the people who can do miracles if you listen to them and try to understand what they are trying to say. So good leader in my opinion is a person who understands and listens to their employees and the people and then work accordingly. And yes, obviously, because a leader is a leader, he should give them guidelines and tell them this is the way you should move on. Like if I am in a creative content writing and I am trying to write some script or something like that, there comes a person who tell me, Umar, yes, you are doing really well, but here is a little thing you should take on. So from that onwards, there is the leadership involved. So this is what I have learned in my career, that you should try to listen to the people what they are trying to say. Then you get the best of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, tell me, how did your transition from radio to digital content come about?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, Jasmine, actually. Uh, Social media was slowly making waves during my radio
Mm-hmm.
industry. I still remember that back in 1997, there was no internet. But then in 2002, there came this cable thing, and the dish thing, and the internet thing. So we were looking at these changes very closely. So on a radio industry, we thought, what should we do to get along with this social media industry? So, not very long ago, like 8 to 10 years ago, like in 2011 or 2012, when internet speed made better, looked good in our society, what we did, we actually started doing programs like this on our radio channels. You know,
Mm-hmm.
at one hand, you were able to listen to the radio in your car, and on the other hand, if you are a social media user, you can watch the same studio show like people are watching our show right now on
Mm-hmm.
on the social media as well. So, in fact, radio became a part of the bigger thing which you call the social media, whereas we didn't remain very far behind. It was
Mm-hmm.
very important to get along with the social media. So our listeners were really happy when they saw themselves or when they heard themselves on social media and on the radio as well. So my transformation from radio to digital media actually was a jump, in a sense that from radio to I came to digital media and involved in writing. Whereas in radio, I was like in PR and making relationship with the peoples. But here in digital media, it's all about writing, making documentaries, creative writing, creative skills, and all these things. So it's a wonderful thing. Yes, the transition was wonderful. It was exciting back in radio and in social media. Both experiments are great for me, as well as the transition is concerned. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Mhm.
So, next question for you. So, as a media consultant, what is your approach to crafting impactful messages?
Wonderful question. Uh, Actually, Jasmine, the message is always dependent on how you convey it. The best messaging, the best communication always depend how people absorb your message, and
Mm-hmm.
this is all done if you are good at storytelling.
Right.
Uh, Whenever I try to create a impactful message, I always try to think from a user's mind. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if you have asked me a question, I am right now thinking how people want us to reply in a way that they should also learn what we get into from this conversation. Same case with me. If I have to make a documentary, or if I have to make a script, or if I have to write an article or some program, I always think, how would the person whom I trying to reach will think, and how will he absorb the jargons? Now I
Mm-hmm.
am now I am associated with a political party, if I am associated with a political group and a business group, they talk big, they think big, and they speak in lines which are maybe not familiar. Layman and a poor class or a simple man is not familiar with these jargons and with the difficult words they are hearing. So what I do in my job, what I do, I make and simplify those things. And whenever I simplify those jargons, I always keep human element in it. If
Mm-hmm.
your story doesn't have any human element in it, it won't go across and reach to the other side of the border. For example, I was just looking at the intro of your program. You were engaged with the children and with the people. So that actually touched me a lot. Okay, look at this, Jasmine. She's so involved with the people. So that was the human element in it, you know. So you are playing in the pictorial format. So when I try to create a script or the documentary, I always keep this human element in my mind. How would people think? What would they say? Is this message absorbable for them? So these kind of the things I, as a content writer, keep in my mind. So my message become effective and reach to the other to the other people in a very simplified form. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned my intro video. That was when I was in Karachi in the last week of August. That was when I was at Rehan School actually. So that's where that came from. That
So
was cool. Yeah.
how did you
Mhm.
find Karachi? Karachi is wonderful, a big city.
Yes, Karachi's freaking amazing. I have so many friends in Pakistan. That's like Pakistan is that you know what, long story short, if it weren't for Pakistan, I wouldn't be here, okay? They changed my
Hmm.
life, and I'm very
Hmm.
grateful for them. So,
Love it.
anyways,
Wonderful.
next question. So, who has influenced your storytelling style the most?
Yeah. It's a good question. Hmm. Uh, Storytelling. You know, storytelling is an art, Jasmine.
Mhm.
Right now, you are telling a story. We are
Yes.
telling our story. We are telling our story to the world. Where
Mhm.
did I learn? Where did I learn my storytelling from? That is the question. You know, you know, Jasmine. Jasmine, the first society or the first university or the first classroom a human man or a humankind have is his mother. You know,
Mhm.
is their parents. You know, I still remember my father used to tell me little short stories in my childhood about a boy who stayed on ship. I think his name was Casablanca or something like that, because his father told him to stay on the ship until or unless his father allows him to move. The ship actually caught fire, but the boy didn't move. So, moral of the story: there is always a sacrifice. Whenever you do sacrifice, there comes a love and something like that. Then he told me about a story about a kind-hearted prince who used to stay on top of the city, donating each and every diamond fitted on its body to help the poor.
Mhm.
So you could say I actually learned this art of storytelling from my parents. The first university, you know, the first class, the first school was my parent. Then the school, then the radio, then the university,
Mhm.
then my professional life. So what I learned in my childhood actually helped me a lot in writing a story. So that storytelling always work, you know. If you are going for an interview, there is always, you know, if you add a little human element in it, a little emotions in it, and you
Mhm.
emotion in it, a little human element in it, and you reach faster to the people, because people then feel you are associated with them. If
Mhm.
you if you look at the bigger campaigns and marketing campaigns, you would see that they have always first focused on the human element. If you involve element in your story, the story becomes a story tellable. It becomes adorable, and it reaches to the people, and people absorb it, and then they reflect it. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. So I gotta ask, outside of work, like, how do you stay so energized? Like, what's your secret?
I think at this part of my age, right at this part, I am like 57 years old. Mostly said and done. What I feel relief in books right now, you know, and I read a lot philosophical works of Albert Camus, Sartre, and Fyodor Dostoevsky, Russian literature, and all that. So when I read those books, it looks it seems that if I am talking to myself, I am actually finding myself. I am exploring myself. There are lots of things, that has to do something to do with the liberty, with the freedom, with the property, with the law and the society. Where did we come from? Who is ruling us, and all that stuff. And these writers, trust me, they have done a marvelous job. I don't know how did they manage to do this. 150 years ago, when there was no industrial revolution and anything of that sort, no computer and no internet, I don't know how did they manage to write such a wonderful books are still
Mhm.
capable that are still capable to hold your attention. So
Mhm.
what should I say, that whenever I am in them, then I present my shows on YouTube channel where I present reviews on books and all that stuff. So I feel engaged and energetic whenever I try to do that.
That's awesome. All right, we're switching gears. Are you ready for your surprise?
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna switch spots. Okay, guys. For those of you who have watched my previous episodes on From Me to We with Jasmine Patel, you do know that after the first segment of me asking the guests their questions, I tend to switch things up. And so in this case, how do you pronounce your name again?
Omar.
Omer? Omer? Okay. Okay,
Omar.
anyways, yes. I just made him the host of the show. I have become the guest, and he can ask me any questions he's got for me because I believe that communication is not a one-way street, it's a two-way street. So with that said, the mic is yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, that's a wonderful surprise. Seriously, this is the first time I am getting this kind of surprise. That's wonderful.
Awesome.
So tell me, Jasmine, what made you think to connect to the people all around the world? And how did you
Ah,
find the experience?
mm, well, I've always been someone, it's a pretty short answer, but like I'm someone who's always wanted to change the world and help make the world a better place. And I love people and I love making friends. I love connecting people. So I'm like, why not do it online? Why not, connect with people online and stuff? And yeah.
That's
hmm
wonderful. That's wonderful. So, is there any experience you want to share about this interaction of yours with people? Any interesting incident you had, or conversation, or a good incident, or a good story to share?
Yes. And actually it's how I even got here to Canada in the first place, okay? It wasn't
Mhm.
like it wasn't like I just woke up and I'm like, I'm gonna move to Toronto. No. Didn't work like that. So um it all this started when during COVID. Remember? That was like back in 2020, 2021, all that craziness. So I got COVID in December, the last week of December in 2020. So I had to be quarantined for 7 days in my room, and that was a pain in. It was hard, but I had my phone with me that my friend gave me, so I wasn't completely bored. So I started going on Facebook and stuff, and connecting with some people and everything. And it's funny actually. There was one day where like I felt so bored that I just opened up Facebook and did a live video. And you want to know what that first live video was? It was me
Mhm.
playing the piano of all things. Yep. I'm like, oh god.
Mhm.
Right. So anyways, then I connected with someone from Pakistan and he wanted to interview me, like this. I'm like, oh, I'm a nobody. Why would he want to interview me? I'm like, all right, sure, why not? So we set the date, January 9th. Yeah, January 9th, 2021. He interviews me first time. And that was the interview that changed my life because I started connecting with more people from Pakistan and
Mhm.
everything. and I eventually became friends with Rihan Alawala. I'm not sure if you've heard about him. Pretty sure you did. Who knows? So during that time, I also connected with my husband, Pravin Patel. But back then, we were
Hello.
just friends. He
Mm-hmm.
can't see you. He's over there. Right. So, long story short, year and a half of connecting and everything. And Prey and I fell in love. We got engaged at Niagara Falls. And then after that, came here to Canada. And, well, here we are. So,
Wonderful.
what was the.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I don't
Wonderful.
know if.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. That's a wonderful human being. So, Jasmine, tell me, how was your experience of sharing stories with the people? You want to continue it, or you have some, milestone in your head that you want to reach to 100 programs or something like that?
I don't know. There is one milestone that I would like to share, and it's pretty huge. And that was me coming to Pakistan in August. You see,
Hmm.
because I've been wanting to go there for the past 4 years and stuff. Like, I love my friends over there, and just being there and meeting all the people that I connected with on Facebook in real life for the first time. It was just like, it was wow. So yeah, and yeah, I connected with a lot of people during that time. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. So, did this thing teach you anything? What did you learn from this? I mean,
Oh,
curious.
yes, I learned a lot. I learned that yes, I'm actually a leader, and also I learned that I can speak on stage without a microphone and have everyone hear me. So that felt pretty good.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Did this thing in any way help you in practical life?
Yep, yep. It's made me more confident. Ever since I came back to Toronto, I've been going out. I've been going to events. I've been meeting people and everything. I've been really, because back then, you might not believe this, but back then I used to be really shy. Like, you wouldn't catch me dead doing something like this. Okay, that's how shy I was. So, like, the 4 years of experience that I've had, plus the Pakistan experience, it really like opened me up. Now I have no problem talking to people and things like that. Yeah.
So this thing actually gave you a platform to communicate with people and all that stuff. That's wonderful.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
wonderful. So how is life back there in Toronto? Is Canada a good place for, how is the job market there and all that?
Well, okay, for the most part, Canada is amazing, especially where I am. So much cultural diversity. I love it here. Like, the people here are so kind and helpful and safe and stuff. There was one thing that I don't. Yeah, the job market. I don't know. It's like I'm just saying this. I don't have a job right now. I'm not working, and it's mainly because I don't want to work. I don't want to have a job right now because
Mhm.
the things that I'm doing on Facebook, it gives me so much more enjoyment than a typical job would ever give me. But yeah, no, Canada is a great place, great
That's right.
country.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
I actually once tried to come to Canada, but they thought that I won't be coming back. So they asked me, "Will I be coming back?" I said, "Yes, I would be coming back because I have a job here. My parents are here." But they were still reluctant. So I went. So I went to Europe and had with my wife, and we had so much fun there. So that was my chance to get to Toronto because I just wanted to pay a visit there. But never mind.
Yeah, yeah, life. You never know. You never.
Yeah,
Hey, you never know. Yeah. Got any more questions or?
yeah, if you look, you would like to share something about your education or anything, you like to do something. I am all ears.
Eh, I'm just a simple human being who's just trying to make this world a better place, one connection at a time.
Hmm.
And You're gonna see this now. So, I have a system in
Hmm.
place when I connect with someone, especially
Hmm.
after I have them on my show.
Hmm.
So on Messenger, you know what? I'm just gonna do this.
Hmm.
We're gonna switch spots again. So, I made a very exclusive VIP group chat on Messenger that hardly anybody gets in. That I call the Spotlight Lounge, and it's for people that I have spotlighted, aka made a post about on Facebook and had on my show, or either or both. It doesn't matter. So like whenever I add someone, they're instantly connected with I think 20 people like that. And
Hmm.
not only that, I start individually connecting them with people as well. So
Wonderful. Wonderful.
that's what I'm gonna do for you, okay?
Sure, anytime.
Yeah, all right. Wow, 31 minutes. Cool.
Yeah.
So, one last question for you before we wrap this up.
Sure.
So, what advice would you give to someone starting out in media today?
Hmm. Hmm. Nice, nice, nice. Advice is something which nobody needs. But before getting into media, you know, if I define the media, media is when you talk about media, you mean the information, you mean the news, you mean the storytelling, you mean sharing. So
Mm-hmm.
it is all about content. Content is king. What you are
Right.
saying, what you are saying, what I am saying, it is all content. Communication is all about conveying my content or message to you, and the way you are throwing your message towards me. So we are actually sender and recipient.
Right.
So this is all about media. One is a sender, the other is a receiver, the other is a sender. So media and people and media, they are interconnected. So one advice which I would like to give to people before joining or coming to media: read a lot. And I mean, I'm not just talking about the degrees, and I'm not talking about the school books or the college books. I mean, the books other than your course books. You read philosophy, you read history, you read geography, you read different systems like capitalism, socialism, because once you are in media, one day you will become a person to whom hundreds of people are listening.
Mm-hmm.
So before that, you should have a study inside yourself. You should know how to communicate. You should know what to say. You should have opinion on different things. Yet you are there to learn everything, but at some point you should have some education in you, because at some point you have to fill people's heads with some sense sometimes. So then my only advice is to read and read and read and read a lot. Go for big books. Then only then you will be a person who will be happy if you are sitting alone. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
reading a book and enjoying yourself is something which everyone is not capable of. People
Right.
always people always stay happy if they are in someone's company, but imagine a man who's happy when he's alone with his book. So that kind of reading I am telling about, and this is the only advice, a friendly and a brotherly advice, basically.
Awesome. Awesome advice. So
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
should you should if you guys want to go into the field of media, you should connect with this guy. He'll help you out. Right? Right?
Anytime. Anytime. Anytime.
Cool. All right, guys. This wraps up the 39th episode on From Me to We with Jasmine Patel. Thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for
Jasmine.
watching.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the 40th episode. From Me to We. With that said, I'll see you guys later. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you.